internal migration guidance system. Our individual journeys are as unique to us as the ridges on our thumbs. You are born to be wild. This couldn't be more obvious. You are here to live out the wild adventures your soul is constantly calling you toward, because these heart passions guide you to grow and evolve in specific ways along your spiritual path. What are your dreams? Do you know? If not, don't worry. I am here to help you realize and act on them. Intuition. Dreams are just one of the many ways intuition speaks to us. Our dreams often appear on the quietest of nights, like a northern star in a dark desert sky. At least, this is how my intuitive messages have come to me. When I stop all the doing and becoming in order to simply listen, in these moments my dreams always demand my attention. The renowned Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung defined intuition as our perception via the unconscious, and went on to explain that perception using our senses, sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch, is only a starting point. In fact, we bring forth ideas, images, possibilities, and/or ways out of a blocked situation by a process that is mostly unconscious. Scientifically, intuition is viewed as knowledge in the absence of analytical reasoning or logic. Intuition is our way of perceiving the world through the lens of our soul, not from our mind or our expectations. Intuitive messages come from a place deeper in our consciousness than the thinking mind. You cannot think your way to an intuitive decision. Intuition can be felt only through excitement, curiosity, and passion, your unexplainable urges. When a spark of a wild idea or a crazy dream comes to you and fills your mind with delight for what could be, you are receiving messages from your soul. Our intuition is a soft-spoken, subtle voice, whispering from the deepest, most subconscious place within. When we first start to tune into it, intuition sounds remarkably faint, which is probably why so many people often ignore it. The more fluent we train ourselves to be in this language of soul whisperings, the louder and clearer it becomes. In this book, I will share with you a system for hearing these whispers through the ancient personal development path of yoga. You will learn not only how to hear your own innate intuition, but how to identify what might be blocking you from following these messages. Hearing these whispers is the key to using your human life for the purpose your soul is asking of you. I hope to teach you how to do just that. The logical path. Imagine being the bar-tailed godwit standing at the edge of the sea in Alaska, ready to take flight for New Zealand. How many logical thoughts would be going through your head, stopping you from taking that first leap of faith? I know my mind would be saying things like, "Oh, you little godwit, your wings are much too tiny for such a long and strenuous journey. It is much better for you to stay here, where it's sunny all day and the food is plentiful." But if the first godwits had listened to the logic of a human mind, those sweet little winged birds would be long extinct by now. The godwit likely would have stayed in Alaska, only to perish in a fruitless and frozen landscape. One of the most significant differences between the birds and you is your ability to think intellectually. This is what makes living intuitively harder for us as humans. Intuition is not always logical. In fact, intuition is often anything but logical. Humans tend to overthink our way out of intuitive decisions. Logic pulls us away from the wild, instinctive, innate form of perception and pulls us into the safe, easy, predictable. Logic keeps us fooled into staying in complacent situations, often telling us our dreams are silly, far-fetched, and unachievable. Logic prefers assurance and safety. Logic despises risk. And there are many times in my life when logic has kept me sitting on a shore that soon felt frozen and dead, rather than taking the gut-guided flight toward my dreams, just like the godwit. Human life is meant to be a